Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numithrander, and today we're jumping back into Mushroom Realm Mystery. And we are on stage 3 now, with a very, very happy-looking Varesa. And we will go with focused experience, since I am uncertain whether or not the new event that started today will in any way directly influence this little side story. Because I'd rather not end up running face first into multiple different conflicting story beats, as I intend to record the new event separately. So that'll be its own possibly series of videos, depending on how lengthy the event turns out to be. But, yeah, for now we're focusing on Varesa. Let's see, I believe we also have reputation rewards. Okay, one more of those, and we should finally be able to unlock supply notices and bounties for this region. Alright, down we go. Looks like it's Janssen. And Varesa. Oh, it's Uncle Oh, no, wait. Akatl. No idea if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. Oh, I remember you. I saw you briefly during the final act of the Major Archon quest.
Oh, hey, you're here.
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
About the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
That's mighty generous of you.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Thank you. We appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team. Varesa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Varesa go? Wasn't she just here?
I wonder if she's going to dig in prematurely.
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
Do you really?
I'll lead the way.
Field fungal traces. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not there will be any serious goings-on during Varesa's story quest. Because so far, this has all been rather tame. Uneventful, even.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Varesa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
And now you've semi-sabotaged her by feeding her before the competition started.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
Again, I ask, have you? Really?
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zacatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
My. Well, let's not keep her waiting.
smells so good! Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Yep, looks great.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
There's more the food plate, the platter here, looks like it weighs more than the traveler does.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on! Varesa's plate looks completely different than ours!
Oh my.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge. The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Varesa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge, and that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
You're telling me that Mawika has done this before?
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so... You're saying Mawika had these portions, and she just breezed through?
It'll only get harder as the food gets cold. So, bon appetit.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got! Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious! Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler! It's amazing! Oh, and this! And this one is... Alright, that's it. Paimon taps out. All this time, and it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
What happened to defending your honor, Paimon?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
You raise a fair point.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Ay, ay.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Amazing job!
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know, your stomach exploding from overstuffing? Minor things like that.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions.
That and burning a hole in the funding of the speaker's chamber.
If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochian-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
You're only a little bit bigger than Paimon, so well done.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret! Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness!
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy!
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious! Especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Don't you want to know the reason behind it? I might have to make a trip to Sumeru to ask after this.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom. And I'm curious what Varesa thinks about it.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
Alright, back to the orchard we go. Yeah, so far the only intrigue that we've seen is this new bit about the green mushrooms. And it's the first time that we're really getting into mushroom talk. I'm curious what's actually gonna happen with these. Hello, Banana. Nice, convenient place to grab up a lot of local specialties, too.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
It is indeed green. And I noticed there are two more right there.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he said. What's the significance of the color?
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
If you're strong enough to uncover the truth, you're strong enough to command the truth? I'm not sure this is actually anywhere near as serious as she's claiming it to be. And sometimes the truth is beyond our reckoning, and beyond our ability to control. So, well, one, why are we talking like this is potentially a nightmare waiting to happen? Perhaps there is something ill going on with the green shrooms, but... Well, point number two, why don't I just wander off and find that Sumeru scholar, and just ask them why they need the shrooms gone? It's not like we're risking anything if we just go and ask.
Command the truth?
If fear is the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder the burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right, curiosity can be a bad thing. But what you don't know can still hurt you. Now this part I agree with. a lack of knowledge and ignorance of the truth can in fact be dangerous. And in this case, simply weeding out the green shrooms can still be done for the time being. It simply means that I go off and find the scholar and ask him specifically why.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I suppose I should have a taste of this green mushroom, see if I can notice any differences.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more receptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
So, notice anything, Traveler?
Nope, no difference in taste.
Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
What? Who are you?
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
You talk big talk, but I've heard that before. Who are you and what do you want?
Now. You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. You'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down.
Well, I can name you one reason you ought to. I defeated the Abyss. So tread lightly here, and do not insult my friends.
I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
I see.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope. Also, why exactly has no one before the Traveler met your standards?
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point.
Bad news for you is that the Traveler has been hearing voices in his head ever since he arrived at Natlan. And those voices were presumably spoken by the dragons, the old sages of the land, who, frankly, have a fair bit more gravitas than the Lord of Fungi.
In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects, so we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek.
Alright, where's Lumine? Where is Lumine, and how do I find her and leave to that? Go on, I'll wait.
As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Don't hold your breath.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
That's supposed to be a hymn? Nope, I think a How is worse. A How is more abrasive.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
No idea. Though I don't know why he would claim to be that if he wasn't. It's not exactly all that impressive.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
We may not know who he is, but we know he exists now. So, it's a lead, if nothing else.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
I would personally question it, after having ate mushrooms and hearing voices, but the fact that all three of us have the exact same experience, and moreover, that scholar from Sumeru making his proposal of removing the green shrooms, and what with the traveler's extensive experience with other such mental intrusions, shall we call it? Yeah, it was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Which means we made the right call to investigate. Although the actual import of this... anyone's guess at this point.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Such insolence!
So the connection hasn't been cut yet. Good to know.
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Well... something interesting is finally happening.
So this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment? Much appreciate. No! Bull warrior natural enemy. Eat. Must resist.
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, surely violence is a form of wit. For specifically skillful violence.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I guess it told us everything it knows. Or everything that its master wants it to tell us, perhaps?
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Okay, then.
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
I'm not a fan of riddles either. So tread carefully, little mushroom.
Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Man, how are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Oh my. Oh. Because he's a fun guy. Excuse me while I cringe.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
No, it's because Sino has far too much influence.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, Maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Don't know how I feel. Oh, and we're already at the next one. Ay.
Hey, there are 2 fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have 2 choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades. Huh.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Back to regular mushrooms again. Well, we already got what we needed from them.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment?
There is none.
So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like a plan, right, Varesa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Interesting. Alright, so we finished that quest, and the next step is going to be going to Akadal and giving him the warning about the fact we're messing with the Lord of Fungi. And since we are almost at 45 minutes on this, I'm going to call the episode here. And we will continue in the next episode, which will probably be coming out on Monday. We shall see. But, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. I usually post Monday through Friday, so do hit the bell to keep up with notifications. And as always, have a good day.